Okay, what am I going to do? I'm a sports guy, so I go back to my baseball analogies, and my poor team has to hear these all the time. But the idea, if I'm playing second base, there's a runner on first, there's a runner on third, and the ball's hit to me, what am I going to do with it? Am I going to throw it home? Am I going to try to shoot double play? Well, the idea is I'm walking into this account, what are the 5 things I'm going to talk to them about today? And if you review it and you're confident in what you're going to say, what your agenda is, you're going to be so much more effective, your confidence level will soar, and your sales will as well. What I'm seeing a lot of times with not only our company, but the competitors, is you walk in with the bag of wine that you have, you sell them, 1 or 2, or try to sell them 1 or 2 of those items, and then you talk about refill grocery orders. That's it, you're out the door. Well, if we're trying to pick up market share compared to these big boys, we need to have their different categories. What am I going to sell them on DI? The specific things I'm going to bring up. Our priority brands, follow-up items, high-end wines, programming. What am I going to present to this account? And if you have those things already decided in your head, then the tools of the trade, your props, your sell sheets. If you're going to hit somebody with a 15-case deal, you got the programming right in hand that you can show them. You're not fumbling through your book looking for these things. So again, your sales presentation will come over so well. But also, as you complete the sale or the sales call, write down your notes for follow-up. He's looking for a Rioja next week. I noticed a shelf spot in the Burgundy section that I can follow up on. The wine list. It's becoming winter and they have way too many whites by the glass section. Maybe I can evolve into some cabs. So the idea is that you're using this pre-plan as a reference point. And this will also help you get through the pre-planning process the next week. It automatically feeds your selection and your sample pulls for that coming week. So again, don't just produce it for your manager. Use it as a tool for you. Otherwise, it's really just a waste of time. So use these every day. Right before you walk into an account, just read, look, okay, all right, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And you'll be surprised how effective this will become for you. Now, as we move into this 4th quarter now, think about the calendar. You talk about your delivery dates. But also, how many times are you going to see your particular accounts for the rest of the year? 15? Will Christmas get in the way? Maybe it's only 13, 14? Is there an account you see every other week? Every 3rd week? How many more opportunities do you get to sell to them and thus make an additional placement? It's really coming down very low now. And so you have to think about it. It becomes even more important what you show them. What does this account need for the 4th quarter? How am I going to set myself up for success with what I show now? The old pros here. What are some of your big accounts? When did they cut off new placements? Ready? Apple Jacks, Davidsons. When did they stop? Yeah, some of them. Some in November. You can still make placements in December, but some of the big boys go, okay, no mas. That's it. And then you're just working on sell-through. So that's why now is so critical. And sometimes you'll go up and start talking about O&D to your people. Well, they're hanging on to summer. They don't even want to think about it yet. But you know that the big 3 that we're trying to get market share from will have very formal programs. Their managers, everybody will be out with these big, big programs. So we need to get in there with our thoughts and our guidance for our customers so that we're taking the stress out of this 4th quarter for them. So the idea, I haven't even thought about Christmas. I don't even want to think about it yet. But the idea that you can help them because you know their business. You know their personalities of their customers. You're coming up with specific ideas, perhaps specific areas within the store that you can have a display, different promotional ideas, that you're the guide, you're the consultant. You're not just there, selling them the brand of the day. Now with that said, obviously I'm representing accounts not buying, so please remember, this is our last big push for Fresh Press and Chessman. But fortunately, I think these 2 brands really lend themselves to fall type drinking. You got your